Hi, I'm Dan Horton for OTV World News Plus, and today we're out here in beautiful Calabasas, California, and we're getting ready to talk to Bob Williams and Mariel Hemingway, two very interesting people who have come up with a program called The Willing Way, which is a body, mind, spirit program about how to live your life with love and out in nature. So come on in and let's see what Bob and Mariel are up to. So how'd you come up with The Willing Way again? Tell me that.
My last name is Williams. Her last name is Hemingway.
Right.
We tried our first names. That didn't work. Bobby and Mariel, Mobby. None of those worked. And I said, well, what about Willing Way? And it was like, I took the ing from the Hemming, right? And then she ended up with the way. I have the will, she has the way. And we're going back in time, aren't we? Hey, let's connect with the earth. Wow, what a concept.
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
I know people say, oh, that's so new. Really? Actually not.
So we want to have like a different dialogue to inspire people, not to say that doctors don't help people, because they do. In emergency situations, I feel like they do. But the reason why the people got that way is because their health starts to fall apart from the inside, and then it shows on the outside, and that's when they go outside themselves to try to heal themselves.
Mariel, look at this garden out here you've got going. What is happening out here?
Well, we have 6 biodynamic gardens, but we could probably feed, I don't know, our entire neighborhood and part of Santa Monica with the amount of food that we're producing in here.
We spent about $2,500. You know, if that's to build the bed, set up the sprinkler system, build the stuff back there, and it's going to produce about $10,000 worth of food. 88% of the small farms are gone in the last 40 years. 88%.
And that used to be people's livelihood, and now they're squashed and eaten up by these big conglomerates. That, you know, GMO is just the natural thing to do, but it's not natural. You know, you get an apple from a GMO apple has no information, meaning that apple has no nutrients. It's not even that good for you. How weird is that? But we think, oh, it's great, it's big.
The regulation of the chicken, 23 hours in the cage is a cage-free chicken, 1 hour out. If they can turn once a day 360 degrees.
Again, not knowing that they can.
That's the regulation.
So it's really.
Like everything's sleight of hand. And that's where I get into testosterone levels. Men today, kids born today, are half of what their grandfathers were. Men's sperm cell counts is 70% less than they were in 1929. There were fighters, the fighting thing that I'm working on, right? The old guys, Joe Louis and all those guys, they'd fight title fights 15, 20 times a year. There was one fight that I looked at with Joe Louis. He fought on a Friday night, and then he fought the next night. Title fight, 2 nights in a row. You show me one man that can do that now. No, it just
you think a lot of that has to do with the nutrition that we've been eating? And
the food, the environment, the air we breathe. I mean, so much is going again. I mean, kids today, you know, they drink out of plastic. The estrogen that they're getting from that plastic is bad for you. Boys aren't supposed to have estrogen.
If you were born after 1985, your testicles are smaller than mine. If you lift heavy condensed weight like that, it knocks your testosterone levels up. If you think that you're healthy, then how come there's things like Cialis, Levitra, Viagra, and literally hundreds of millions of people are taking this? If you lift things like this and you work out and you get outdoors and you get sunlight and all these things, you don't need any of those medications or drugs or any of this stuff because you produce it naturally. Actually taking the time to watch a sunrise or taking the time to watch a sunset.
Or taking the time to breathe.
Taking the time to breathe. Yes. Not taking this time to do this stuff makes your life shorter. 40 to 50% of your
deep
blood
breathing.
It's in your liver and pancreas. When you jump out of bed, because you got to go, and you're going like this to go to the bathroom, just because there's no blood in your brain, no blood in your heart, none in your legs and arms, it actually ages you. If you sit there for just 2 minutes and take some deep breaths, have some positive thoughts, you'll have a better day.
You know, it's just about giving you the information so that you know. You know, somebody's adventure doesn't have to be ours. We like to rock climb. We like to, you know, go skydiving. Whatever we like to do doesn't necessarily mean that that's your choice in adventure.
You know, you can read a book from somebody, you can see somebody, to be able to see the lifestyle with the Willing Way that you're going to show people, I think you're going to change a lot of lives. I'm really proud to know both of you. Wow, that was some amazing information. And I don't know about you, but I'm feeling really inspired today. Bob and Mariel are some amazing people, and they took us on a great journey of what they're going to be doing with The Willing Way. You can check them out at any time you'd like at thewillingway.com. Get outside, have some fun in nature, and enjoy your day. And remember, where there's a will, there's a way. I'm Dan Horton for OTV World News Plus. Take care. We'll see you next time.
building blocks of protein, so are found in every tissue of the body and are needed for the health of your muscles and many other functions of your body. There are 23 total amino acids, and 9 of those are essential, meaning the body can't make them, so we have to get them from food and supplements. Hi, I'm Dr. Kathy Groover, and you're watching the Alternative Medicine Cabinet. When we return, you'll find out exactly how amino acids can improve your health and your life. So stick around. We'll be back after this short break.
Riker's Mary Jane shoes. Famously lightweight, flexible and long wearing, stylish too. Crafted by hand, these cute Mary Janes have leather uppers, padded footbeds, shock-absorbing outsoles, and reinforced toes. So comfortable, they'll make you want to fly. On sale now at shopotv.com. Enter promo code OASIS at checkout to receive discount. Visit shopotv.com today.
Amino acids are found in high quantities in animal products like cheese, chicken, eggs, milk, fish, and turkey. So if you're vegan or vegetarian, it's harder to get these necessary compounds. Yes, there are amino acids in nuts, seeds, and soy, but not every amino acid that's necessary for good health, and not as bioavailable to the body as those found in the animal products. Bioavailable means easy to use. Fortunately, you can take an amino acid supplement, which will contain all 23 in the correctly needed ratio. Many athletes supplement with only 1 or 2 of them, like creatine or arginine, to build muscle. However, taking amino acids out of balance can cause problems in the body, and creatine in high doses can be very hard on the kidneys. Balance is best, so obtaining them as they naturally occur in whole food sources is important. My favorite amino acid is tryptophan. Tryptophan got a bad rap back in the late 80s when several dozen people got sick, and 5 people actually died from the supplement. Or so we're told. It was pulled off the market and an investigation ensued. Now, the reason people were taking tryptophan in the first place is it's good for sleep and some mental health conditions like depression. How tryptophan works is this. Tryptophan helps the conversion of a substance called 5-HTP to serotonin, which we know is the chemical in the brain that's believed to cause depression when depleted. Many years later, in 1995 to be exact, it was discovered that the tryptophan itself wasn't the problem. The culprit was a genetically modified bacterium used in the processing from a specific Japanese company. The tryptophan itself was perfectly safe. Now, if you're dealing with sleep or mood issues, tryptophan might be a good choice for you. However, do not take it if you're on SSRIs such as Paxil, Prozac, Lexapro, Zoloft, Celexa, or others for depression. If you're an athlete looking to build muscle, or a vegan vegetarian that doesn't get animal protein, taking a full amino acid supplement may be very useful for you. Check with your health practitioner or nutritionist to find a quality amino acid supplement that works best for you. Until next time, I'm Dr. Kathy Groover for the Alternative Medicine Cabinet. Thanks for watching, and have a healthy day.
This is the car that loves to have fun. It's got something for everyone. The car of the future, many have said. 'Cause at the pump it's miles ahead. And let's hum, 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 let's hum. A Prius for everyone. The perfect match, electric and gas. Mile after mile, its tank could last. We made 3 more for all to use. Big, small, plug, and it's yours to choose. And let's hum, 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 let's hum. A Prius for everyone.
Welcome back. Every year in late summer since 1990, tens of thousands of people from all over the world gather in the American desert, 110 miles north of Reno, Nevada. They come to celebrate community and self-expression in a temporary metropolis that wouldn't look a bit out of place in a Hollywood fantasy film. I'm speaking, of course, of the week-long festival called Burning Man. Unlike most festivals where you simply buy a ticket and show up to be entertained, the core idea behind Burning Man is that you can actually participate in building the entire Fantasyland. Dedicated artists lead the effort, spending months in preparation and working the entire week before the event in the sweltering desert heat. Trouble is, by the time Burning Man gets underway, many of the artists and craftspeople are just too tired to fully enjoy the fruits of their labour. So, in the spirit of the festival, one group of so-called burners came forward to show their appreciation.
As good as the food is and as great as the entertainment is, it's about bringing people together and giving them the keys to creating community.
Welcome to Feed the Artists.
The people who put this on are just incredible. Just the thought, the ideas behind it, it is just unheard of. This is what Burning Man is about.
How can you beat this? It doesn't get any better than this. If all of you don't have the time of your lives tonight, let me know. We'll have a talk about that.
It's a night of people caring about artists.
You're like a Greek god.
But to have a night like this is a real soul lifter. It kind of gets you over the hump.
I think this is so amazing that people put this together and do this. This is a phenomenal project. I'm so endlessly grateful. I have me in tears half the night.
OTV's Shiloh Levine recently met with Keith Rinsler, founder of Feed the Artists.
Thank you, Rihanna. And thanks for joining us via Skype today, Keith. So you decided to start a group called Feed the Artists. Tell us about that.
Feed the Artists is getting together to show appreciation to artist groups that are working incredibly hard building incredible pieces of art for those people's enjoyment. And they're using food as a form of appreciation and as a means of connecting and building community. Nothing is for sale. Nothing is paid for except coffee, tea, and ice. There's no vending. Everything is gifting, and the difference between gifting and barter is that with gifting, there's no expectation of anything in return.
Thank you for joining us at OTV today, Keith. I will definitely be breaking bread with you at Burning Man this year, and I'm sure you've convinced a lot of people all over the world to do so as well. Back to you, Rihanna.
Truly, their work serves as an inspiration to us all. Now, you can learn more about Feed the Artists and the Burning Man Festival itself at feedtheartists.net. Stay with us. We'll be right back after this short break.
This moment of peace is brought to you by ShopOTV.com. Save on DVDs, gifts, CDs, and hundreds more body, mind, spirit products. Visit ShopOTV.com today, your discount-conscious resource center.
Hip-hop is often stereotyped as violent, profane, and all about the bling. That's to say the jewellery, fancy cars, and other icons of material success. But in the recent film Diamonds in the Rough, filmmaker Brett Mazurek shows how children of genocide, famine and strife in Uganda, Africa are being uplifted literally by the power of a movement based on hip-hop. OTV's Amy Dewhurst has the story about a musical revolution in the making.
So we're here to talk about your amazing film, Diamonds in the Rough. Can you tell us what the film is about?
Diamonds in the Rough is about Ugandan hip-hop, and it's about some young hip-hop artists in Uganda that have kind of paved the way for the youth in Uganda to do hip-hop in their native language. It's important for the youth of Africa.
I love the way I'm from Africa. Well, ghettos is ghetto, but all my ghetto children still smile without a dime.
Uganda's had definitely a string of corrupt dictators. They've definitely been plagued with a civil war in the north by the LRA. Hip-hop is like uplifting the youth in Uganda. It's giving them a sense of identity. You know what I mean?
Two of the artists in your film, Silas and Saba Saba, had created a program in Uganda for the Ugandan youth. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
The foundation called the Bavubuka Foundation, which means the youth in Uganda. It's basically teaching the youth through the arts of hip-hop. We have created like a compound there where we bring a lot of the youth from the villages, and we bring artists, teachers, musicians, hip-hop enthusiasts, whoever wants to come to Uganda and create a program, and we have like an open platform for teaching.
This would be my dream come true, is building this community center in Uganda.
OTV World News Plus will return after the following presentation from Cinema Holistica.
Natural, organic, cage-free, hormone-free, fat-free, sugar-free, gluten-free, dolphin-safe, and no genetic contamination. There's another food revolution sweeping the world right now and coming to a dinner table near you. Hi, I'm Jeremiah Alexis, Oasis TV. It's called the Raw Food Diet, or Live It, as they say. And from what you're about to see, raw food is fun. We recently joined thousands of raw foodies at the Raw Spirit Festival in Santa Barbara, California, along with raw food guru David Wolf, as well as musicians, artists, and healers, as well as party animals from all walks of life. So come, let's celebrate the raw food vegan lifestyle on this magical journey of gastronomic purification. Raw Spirit, coming up next, only on Oasis TV. Enjoy.
Familiar island, supernova person on his blue flag. Hear the band as the birds sing. Put your feet in the sand. All glories to the queen in the land. To worry is a crime. Life is sweet as down under. No wonder I feel sublime. I got no worries. I feel no worries.
I'm Jennifer Partridge with Oasis TV, and we are here at Raw Spirit Fest at the opening ceremony. Let's go join in the fun.
I am thinking of you all day long, and I believe that you can change the world, and that's why I catch your eye and I hold my gaze until we break all the walls floating between us.
And welcome back. We are lazing out at Raw Spirit Fest with a fantastic brother, Ilan, from Making Love to Life. We just saw him up on the stage performing to the crowds. How's your experience been today, Ilan?
Fantastic. It's been really great. I'm really happy to be here. Such a gorgeous, amazing, beautiful place.
And you embrace a lot of alternative health practices, and you also live in a sustainable community. Can you tell us a little bit about how that is?
Yes. Well, we live in a sustainable community, an intentional community. We have maybe about 25 people living together, growing food off the land in the mountains, in an oak tree forest. And we have gardens, and we grow our vegetables and our food. It's really fantastic it's an incredible experience.
And how does it feel to actually grow your own food and then eat your own food compared to, say, shopping at the supermarket?
It's very immediate. You want it, you go outside the house, and you grab it. And eat it.
Very easy.
Yeah.
And does it taste better, or is there a different relationship with the food?
It does taste better. It's really tasty, and it's, my favorite thing is to see how they grow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, to see how things actually grow. For example, a cabbage.
Yes.
It doesn't come just the cabbage. There's a whole situation around the cabbage, growing the cabbage,
Lots
holding
of
the
leaves
cabbage.
and-
You should see it. It's gorgeous. It's really amazing how it comes up in the middle, and so I really enjoy seeing how the food really comes into this existence.
How we live, I will show you how we give.
We're standing here with the master David Wolf, and my oh my, he is an incredible being. He has a background in science, a master's degree in nutrition. He is an award-winning author and so much more. We just saw him up on stage giving an incredible talk to the audience. So to the audience at home, could you tell us just quite simply, what is raw food?
Well, it's food that is original, that hasn't been cooked, that has been created for us and has always been here, and that all the creatures on the earth eat except for us. And so years ago, we asked the question, what would happen if we ate in the way that maybe it was originally intended that we eat? For example, just eating the food as nature presents it to us, and we got into eating raw foods. And it's a technology, and it's a lot of fun because you can play with your food again. And there's no more guilt, fear, or shame, and it doesn't stick to your ribs because raw food it's light, it's happy.
Powders, teas, mixing it in with, you take this thing, you break a piece off like that, boom, next thing you know, you're like crushing that to a powder, mortar and pestle, it's a powder. You got the tea, you've got the powder.
When we bring in these high energy foods, all the low energy emotions, all the low energy foods, all the low energy residues, they move out.
And for those at home who are maybe transitioning from cooked meat or even cooked vegetables, what types of tips can you give to them, and what types of experiences may they enjoy?
Well, it's all about the energy. So what we're doing is we're adding new stuff in. We're going to get out of this old idea that we're in some kind of diet, because if you do a diet, you're just going to die. So we're going to be on the live it, which is we just add in the great things that we get to have, which are fruits, raw organic vegetables, raw organic nuts and seeds, raw organic seaweeds, raw organic sprouts, raw organic grasses like wheatgrass juice, raw organic herbs, and raw organic superfoods. And that's a lot of stuff to be adding in, and that's a lot to play with. And that's what we're up to. We're like, hey, play with food again, we're playing again, we're having fun again, and that's where we're going.
Well, there you go. Track him down on Twitter, and we'll see him on Our New Earth and Oasis TV very soon.
Aloha.
Cinema Holistica will return following OTV World News Plus.
You know, when you're completely concentrated, you're not aware of your own existence. It's rather the same as the sense of sight. If you see your eyes, that is to say, if you see spots in front of your eyes, which after all are something on the lens of the eye, then you're not seeing properly. To the degree that you're seeing properly, you are unaware of your eyes. In the same way, if your clothes fit well, you're unaware of them on your body. And if you're completely concentrated in what you're doing, you're unaware of yourself. And this unawareness of self is called in Chinese mu, that means no. Shin, literally no mind. But not no mind in the sense of having no sense and being stupid. This particular character, pronounced Shin in Chinese, is approximately what we would mean by the ego, the I sense that I described before, the sense of being somebody standing apart, observing your sensations, thinking your thoughts, and feeling your feelings. So Mushin, or in Chinese, I'm giving you the Japanese pronunciation, it's pronounced in Chinese Wushin, means, perhaps more accurately, no self. The state in which In other words, one is completely involved in, completely absorbed in what you're doing in a state of complete presence of mind or complete concentration.
From the outer reaches of the universe and beyond comes eternal wisdom for the ages. The Cosmic Comic Hotline with Swami Viyandananda.
Hello, this is Swami's Cosmic Comic Hotline. If you have an answerable question, I have a questionable answer. Yes?
How can I develop more patience?
Ah, patience. I knew you were going to ask that question.
The Swami will return with his answer after this brief message. The Metal Lace Bowl. An open-airy pattern of leaves crafted in powder-coated copper-plated metal. A gorgeous piece of art with so many practical uses. As a fruit bowl, for bread rolls, or even the daily meal. In the bathroom for towels, or at drama with a candle. The exquisite Metal Lace Bowl. On sale now at shopotv.com. Enter promo code OASIS at checkout to receive discount. Visit shopotv.com today.
Patience? Well, you're asking the wrong Swami. When they gave out patience at the ashram, I got tired of waiting, so I didn't get any. But I would love to have some. God grant me the patience and hurry up. So, I was like you. I had a weight problem. I couldn't stand waiting. I couldn't even sit waiting. I couldn't wait to be enlightened. I had this mantra playing in my head, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. And then one day, I actually got struck by enlightening during a brainstorm. I realized that while I was waiting to become enlightened, enlightenment was patiently waiting for me all along. And now I am in a state of weightlessness. All of that heavy anxiety waiting for something, it's all gone. So, every time my inner child asks very impatiently, "Are we there yet?" my inner patient parent says, "No, we are still here." And before you know it, we're there, without ever leaving here. And forget struggling. Yes, you can have triumph without all of that trying and umphing. Because as my guru Harry Cohn Baba used to say, if you push the river, you're up the creek. Swami Viyandananda, namaste and namasko. Goodbye.
Welcome back. A social and spiritual phenomenon is popping up as of late in homes, churches, yoga studios, and even rock clubs throughout the world. It's called kirtan, the art of spiritual chanting that dates back thousands of years to ancient India. Kirtan first gained popularity in the West in 1923 when Paramhansa Yogananda of the best-selling book Autobiography of a Yogi performed kirtan in front of an audience of 3,000 at the legendary Carnegie Hall in New York City. To find out more about kirtan, OTV's Amy Dewhurst recently sat down with yoga teacher Travis Elliott. Travis, a native of North Carolina in the American South, has studied kirtan under Jai Uttal, one of the world's top kirtan musicians, and currently performs kirtan on a regular basis.
Kirtan is a form of bhakti yoga that comes from India. It's a musical experience where there's usually a leader that sings a mantra out, and then there's a group of people that sing it back. So kirtan is a call and response form of a prayer. It's music that's supposed to originate and flow from the heart. What's cool about kirtan is that it's a participatory experience, so that everybody contributes to the creation of the music. Kirtan's like that the whole time, so you get that group energy really surging and everybody transcends through the vibration of the music. Thousands and thousands of years ago, yogis would use mantra and song as a form of prayer.
When you say mantra, what exactly do you mean?
The word mantra literally comes from two words. Man comes from the word manas, which means the mind, and tra means to support. So mantra means to support the mind.
With the Beatles, namely George Harrison and John Lennon, becoming involved with the Hare Krishna movement in the late 60s, an entire generation was introduced to the power of mantra. Can you tell us a little bit about the Maha mantra?
Maha means great, so Maha mantra means the great mantra. And the mantra is Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna is the Lord of love. And Ram is representative of Dharma and all things that are good and pure and righteous. And both Krishna and Ram originate from the energy of Vishnu. The Hare Krishnas repeat that mantra as a way of giving gratitude and giving praise and just bestowing glory upon who they recognize and they worship as the ultimate divine source, which is Krishna.
Experts at kirtan are often called kirtanwalas. Can you explain to us why you became one and what it means to you?
I met Jai Uttal, and Jai Uttal was one of these people. As soon as I heard his music and his CD, it just blew me away. I never heard anything like it. And his voice was so exotic and so powerful and so mystical, but at the same time so familiar. Famous musicians talk about locking themselves up in their bedroom for years and playing the guitar or whatever. I did the same thing, but I did it with the harmonium. And the harmonium is that acoustic pump organ that they use to chant and sing with. And so I'd sing the mantras, and I would have these experiences where I would cry and I would laugh, and just felt like a lot of releasing and a lot of healing that took place.
Where do you think kirtan is going?
I feel like the kirtan community wants to see it become more contemporary. Like people like rock and roll, or people like hip hop, you know, like there's MC Yogi who took mantras and the stories of the yogis and put it into a hip hop formula that just blew up. And now you have more people leading the kirtan with guitar and Western instruments. So it feels like there's this want and there's desire for it to be pulled into more of a contemporary sound. But then you also have the people that like the traditional way that it's done. People are just expressing their devotion and their love for this path in their own way. I'm working on a CD right now, a chant CD that, you know, once that's completed, we'll probably have to, you know, travel around and share it with others.
Thank you so much for joining us
Thanks
today.
for having me.
For OTV, I'm Amy Dewhurst.
Such beautiful music. Easy to see why it's touching so many people. Well, we close this segment with more from Travis Elliott's music video, Radhe, named after a woman who devoted her life to loving the Hindu god Krishna. I'm Rihanna Scipio. OTV World News Plus will continue on the other side of the break, so do stay with
Radhe
what reality is, but we can't describe it.